Well, hey everybody, this is Mr. John with our midweek review. I hope you guys had a great Christmas. Are you ready for school yet? I'm just kidding, the new year's still coming. So, hey guys, how do you know when something is perfect for you or your family? It's not really easy. We sometimes have to struggle to decide what we want, and then when that thing is, you kind of find out it was not appropriate, not the right thing, or sometimes you find out it is just the perfect fit. Later on, I'm going to introduce you to a perfect fit for us and our family. But first, I want to talk about our lesson, and I want to tie in this thing that I'm going to show you later into my lesson. So, uh, Jesus has been born. The shepherds came down. It was a glorious night, but kind of like Christmas, the next day happens. And the shepherds go back to their work, they go back to what they were doing. And the people of the town, if they came to see Jesus or not, have kind of gone back to living their lives. Remember, Jesus is a baby, and Jesus is not performing miracles. He's actually in a manger somewhere. He's getting fed, learning how to talk and walk and do all the things that babies do, right? But how did they know that Jesus was actually the Savior? Well, the Bible is what tells us that there were these two people. One was named Simeon. Simeon was told that he was going to live a life and that the thing he was going to do before he could move on from his life, and he was a very, very old man, before he could move on, he was going to be a person who identifies that Jesus is the Savior. Another one is named Anna. She is an older person too, who is just happens to be at the right place at the right time, who identifies Jesus as well. Well, Jesus, Mary, and Joseph take Jesus to the temple, and they come across Simeon. Simeon, like I said, is this older gentleman, and he is like, I can imagine Simeon. He's looking for Jesus. He's waiting for this Savior, kind of like everybody at the time was. And somebody brings up a baby. Oh, look, this is a beautiful baby. Not it. How about this one? Nope, not it. And then they bring Jesus up, and he immediately realizes that God is present in this baby, and he announces that this is the Savior. Now, Anna just happened to be around at the same time, and she also realizes the presence that is in Jesus, that godly presence, that Jesus is God, that he is the Savior. And she proclaims as well that Jesus is the Savior. Just in this little baby, they could tell who the Savior of the world was going to be. Even before Jesus could perform one miracle, one healing, anything like that, they could tell because God had given them the ability to understand what was going on at the time. Now, I want to go back to perfect fits for us. Sometimes when mom and dad, you're at home and they come and say, hey, we're going to have a baby to add it to our family. And that baby becomes a perfect fit for your family. Well, how about animals? Sometimes we kind of take animals for granted, don't we? My daughter was up in college up in Kansas City, and she lived in an apartment by herself. And she was looking for some companionship because school takes a lot out of you. She goes to school all day long. Then she had a job working, and she really had no time to go out and hang out with her friends, kind of like we do in school. She didn't have time for that, and she really was looking for someone to have companionship with. And she decided that since she worked at a vet clinic and was going to school to be a vet technician, that what a great choice it would be to get an animal, and she wanted a dog. So she decided that she was going to get a dog, and so she started the process of looking for a certain dog, just one a personality that fit her personality. And so she came across a few dogs. And there were a couple times that she tried to set up where she was going to adopt this dog. Over prayer and everything like that, she decided, okay, I'm going to pick this dog. Well, something about 3 times she did this, and all 3 times something happened. Either the dog was adopted just before she made the decision, or they moved the dog, or, things just happened that she could not get that dog adopted. Well, one day she went to school and they worked on the animals in there and were able to adopt the animals at the school where she worked. She met this dog named Rooney. Now, Rooney has a very vibrant personality, is very high strung, and I would say that this is probably, I would have looked at it and said, oh, it's so high strung. Kyron is pretty laid back. I'm just not so sure if this would have been a good fit. But I never met Rooney until later on. And Kyron got to know Rooney by working with her and at the vet clinic and taking her on walks and just being around him. And she fell in love with Rooney. And she decided that she was going to adopt Rooney. Well, everything worked out, and she was able to adopt Rooney and call her own and became her dog. Well, like I said, she lived up in Kansas City, and me and my wife had yet to see Rooney. We go up, Kyron graduates college, she's going to move back, and so we go up and we get to meet Rooney. Well, it didn't take me and my wife long to know that Rooney was a perfect fit for our daughter and for our family. Rooney just has this personality. She's, like I said, a very rambunctious dog, very high strung, runs around like crazy, gets what we call the zoomies, where she's like, zoo, 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 when she gets all hyper. But she is the most loving and caring dog I've ever seen toward another person. She takes care of my daughter, Kyron. She is like my daughter's protector. If there's a knock at the door, Rooney's there to just, sometimes they can get a little annoying, this bark, but she is protecting the one she cares about. And it didn't take us long to realize, like I said, that Rooney was a perfect fit. Simeone and Anna knew right away that Jesus was our perfect fit, that God sent Jesus to be our Savior, even at the littlest that Jesus could be, the state of a baby. They knew that it was the right fit. So guys, I think when something happens or someone comes along or an animal comes along, you just know it's the perfect fit because God has ingrained these things in you. You know it's a perfect fit. So guys, I'm going to sit there when Rooney's actually at the park with Kyron right now. I will sit there when she comes home. I'll take a couple snapshots or a little video of Rooney and you'll get to see it. After that little snippet of Rooney, you'll get your verse and you guys will be celebrating the new year. How many of you stay up past midnight? Hey, me, I'm old. I don't do it anymore. So, hey, have a great new year. We'll see you. I hope you had a great Christmas. Talk to you later. Have a great one. Bye. Hi, Rooney. How are you? Such a good girl. Yes, you are. Yes, you are. But as for me, I watch in hope for the Lord. I wait for God, my Savior. My God will hear me. Micah 7:7.